let me get back online because sorry, y'all. I'm over here trying to log back in. And I had to start the live stream again. You guys hear me better? That way I can use my remote. Perfect. All right, everybody's already loaded back in, so I can hear everybody. All right, cool. So that was about GOAT. Again, I'm glad that he came to me and he spoke to me and he let me know what was going on. So with GOAT said, we're good to go on that. Anybody have any questions or anything? Let me know as well. Next thing, man, there's a feedback really bad. Everybody, go ahead and mute your mics. Let me make sure. All right, much better. No, I still hear some echo. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. All right, so on the other note, the next thing we're gonna talk about is the black beads. We had a meeting just recently, and we're gonna start implementing the security detail in public lobbies. We had a session that there's going to be something at the end of the meeting that we'll talk about that's going to kind of fill in with the black beads as well. I've given them they're pretty much in charge of security for the crew. We're out in the public lobby. Last night we had like 7 or 9 of us, so that was more than enough to have a full detail and be out there deep as hell. We took over a lobby. I think 2 of them. And every time we showed up somewhere, everybody was doing stand your grounds. I came in a little bit late, but Miss Julita was over there with everybody else. So again, that was something that just recently happened with the black beads. So we spoke and we had a few conversations with what was going on and what's going to be happening in the future. So if you guys start seeing them around, at the end we'll be talking about the other thing that they're going to be also watching out for and keeping an eye on, which will be with crew killing, us killing each other in either public or crew only lobbies. We have to we'll talk about it once we get to the end of the meeting. The MC is now at like 30 something members. We have all full table members. And we're pretty much, we're doing good over there. There's, I think we have a prospect, if I'm correct, and we have, I'm not sure. I don't know if I missed any meetings, so I've been kind of really busy trying to get online whenever I can, and then the rest of the time I haven't even been hearing anything about meetings. Plus, Lynn hasn't been feeling well, so with we have something. Okay, so yeah, we have something that I need to talk to them about. There's something that we might be starting new with the MC side, and once I get a hold of that, and I talk to Lynn if he's feeling better, I'll find out what we're gonna do, and then I'll make the announcement when it's time for that. We are going to start doing something different as well. It'll also give us time to get together and do some more family time where we can actually help each other out. And instead of getting mad at one another for killing each other, there'll be a way to help each other out. So I want to start implementing practice sessions. So if anybody has any kind of, like something that they want to work on or something that they want to get better on, like the girls, if they want to learn how to start, aiming for the head and taking headshots and stuff, let us know. Anybody that wants to learn how to race or learn how the driving techniques, we want to start doing practices like that. Even if it's 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours, depending on how the practice is going. And if people are learning, what I'll do is we'll take anybody like the actual um, people that are good at that thing, that whatever it is that we're going to practice, and then help the people that are going in there to to get some practice. I don't want anybody to be ashamed. Like some people aren't good at racing. I don't want nobody to feel like, yeah, I don't want to go over there and practice because people are going to say something. I don't expect that because the whole point of doing that is to make sure that everybody's doing better at that and everybody's getting better at whatever it is that they need help with. I'm not perfect. I'll be in there whenever, every single time if I can. So then that way I can also learn certain things because there's certain techniques and stuff that I learn every day. So I can't say that I'm, that I'm perfect and I know exactly what I'm doing and that you guys are all better than me. I've always said that. So this is just to help everybody either get better at certain things that they can work on, and you're dealing with good players that can help you the techniques and how to do it right. So whoever's interested, let me know if you guys have a certain something that you want to work on. Just send me a message, and then what I'll do is I'll set up and have the volunteers that are going to help and the ones that want to learn. So I think that's going to be good for our crew. That's going to help us out. What's up? Yeah, no, for sure. No, and that's why like that would be perfect for you to come in when we are doing that. And then that way you can be one of the volunteers to actually, help out with, because that way what we're going to try to do, I'm pretty sure we're not going to have, 5, 10 people coming in. I'm pretty sure we'll have, 2 or 3, maybe even 5. But we could each individually, like we can take them into a death match, and instead of killing them, allowing them to give them the opportunity to like aim for like the head. Where do you want to go? So aim and then hit it up to where you see that it's going for the head. And then that way they get that used to that tick. You know what I'm saying? That tick that we already have for that headshot. That's what I've been trying to help Miss Kuita out with. Like I was like telling her, when you aim, go ahead and hit your right joystick and just tick it up to where you can get to that head. Once you get to that headshot, you're gonna kill them pretty. 1-2 shots are done. And that's why she's always wondering how you guys can kill her so quick. It's because you guys are shooting straight for the head. So little techniques like that, if you came in and you helped out with that, that would be perfect because that help out anybody that has, that needs help in that field. So so that's what we got going on with that. So with the black beads, we spoke about our roster. We did lose a couple people like Swiper and Go. There were 2 black beads. Ragged Shot became a black bead when he did that one-on-one with Goldson. So he's officially one of our black beads. And then Red Shot also became a black bead at our meeting that we just recently had. So we do have 2 that came back in, but we do have a couple that are kind of MIA. They haven't been online or active in a minute. So I'm going to reach out to them and see what's going on. We're going to try to keep our actual black bead roster open to where that way everybody can see who's on there and who's active and who's not. So everybody's aware of kind of who's in charge of the security detail when we are running detail. We had a few conversations about how we're running between the MC and the Crown. You guys know that the black beads are from the Crown; they're not from the MC. And when they go over to the Crown, the MC to help out or anything like that, they will be wearing the Crown because they're specifically to the Crown. We had a practice session, and other than that, nobody spoke about anything. The one thing that I did have a concern about, or somebody brought up as a concern, which leads to our next topic, is killing one another in the crews, from the crew. We're out there killing people in public lobbies. We're kind of doing stuff that we're not used to doing, something that we've never done on the crew. And we're going to have to kind of put a stop quick to it. And that's one of the things that the black beads are going to help out with. I kind of already warned them that we've been having issues with people on the crew within a public lobby. We're a pretty big crew, and what's happening is that when we go out to a public lobby and they're seeing us killing each other, we're giving our crew a bad name. We're already big, and there's already 8, 9 people on there, 10, 12, but then they're seeing the size, and then when they see us killing each other, then they just kind of, that respect level's not there. And I think that we need to go back to the way that everything always was. I do have some members that have not been very, very happy because of some of the crew killing that's been going on in front of everybody. And it's not like it's just once and it's an accident, or twice and it's an accident. No, it keeps happening over and over again. So, because now we're implementing the full black beat detail, we're going to have to maintain the crew's respect from other crews, from our new members, from the MC. We have to make sure that we're kind of setting the example. When people are looking at us, our name it matters. I mean, I want our crew to look good. In the last 12 years, we haven't done that, and I think it's just started getting really bad, and I think it's getting out of hand. So I'm going to have to put a stop to that, and we're going to have to figure this out. If you get caught doing that in an open lobby, we'll have to start talking about stuff, because at the end of the day, all I want is everybody to have fun. I don't want anybody to feel any type of way. And all my OGs, the people that have been with me for years, know how the rules are. And that's why, like Roger, I appreciate him when he comes out and he says something, because he appreciates the rules. He always has, because that's what's kept the crew the way that we are. I just want to let everybody know I'm not picking on anybody for anything. I'm not saying anything about who's who or who's what. It's happened everywhere. We all do it to one another. I've gotten killed. I usually don't get my kills back, but maybe one day I'm having a bad day and I've gotten my kill back. At the end of the day, what's going on here is that we are going to do that. The best, most respectful way to do it is, if you want to do a one-on-one, that's fine. Just step into a one-on-one. I'll give you guys all my bookmarks for death matches, and you guys can just, hey, we're gonna go step into a one-on-one, and who knows? Maybe everybody might go over there and watch it, or maybe we all might join. But if you guys just want to do a one-on-one, then just, hey, no, it's just for us. It's just a quick one-on-one. All right, cool. But then that way it doesn't look so bad, and then the black beats don't have to worry about keeping track of, okay, so somebody's killing somebody. We got to watch out, because they're doing their job. It's security. They're not allowing anybody to hit any of the leadership. Some of the leadership's getting hit, and we're sitting here like, okay, that looks kind of bad if we have new members. That looks bad if we have people that have been in the crew for a while, and let's say once they come back in, they're going to see that. They're going to be like, what the hell is going on? How come this is happening now? This has never happened. So I want to put a stop to that. Anybody wants to take off and go to a TDM, go ahead. You're welcome to go out, and then you can come right back in. It's not a big deal. Just as long as we're not showing that we're killing each other in front of anybody in the lobbies, most importantly, new crew members. We need to keep the utmost respect for one another at all times, especially when we're probably preparing for something that can possibly be big as hell and take our crew to another level, something that we have never seen before, and that's going to be, it's really important to manage ourselves accordingly, so it doesn't become a problem in the future during our endeavor through the next chapter of GTA. And you guys know I'm talking about GTA 6. I mean, from what I'm hearing, I don't know too much of what's going on. It could all be stuff that people are just saying. People are just trying to get clicks. I don't know, but I'm getting from multiple places some stuff that might be happening on there that's huge. And I just want everything to be the way it's supposed to from here. So then that way, when we move over there, everything's already set up and on point. And we don't have to worry about any problems, except for anybody that comes back that, now what, 5, 7, 10 years later, people change after 10 years. So who knows what these people are coming back in. That would be the only drama that we have to deal with. But I don't want it to be a big deal. I just want us to be able to just kind of get along, be able to speak about it as adults, and as usual, just be able to continue with our crew. I mean, this is a family, and every family, I've said it a billion times, every family is going to fight. Everybody's going to have disagreements, because we're not all the same. We just have to know how to be adults to handle it and take care of the situation as adults. Other than that, the next meeting is May 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That is Sunday, May 4th, a month from today. And does anybody have anything to add? Any questions, comments, concerns? All right. What's up? No, for sure. No, for sure. And I agree, Dirty. And I have no problems with you. Whatever I've heard, like I said, I wasn't there either. I'm going off of what I took from multiple people, and what I've heard has, I mean, if it would have been a problem, I would have already came directly to you. I haven't gone to anybody. I just kind of took everything, and then I just kind of figured. I was told that I had said a few things that some members were uncomfortable with when I was saying that Grim was a good guy. Everybody has said Grim is a good guy. I helped him out more than enough. And whenever somebody came up and then people were saying on that unofficial vote that it's been quieter and less drama without him around, I have to agree. I'm not gonna say I disagree. I have to agree on that. But it doesn't make him a bad person. There was just certain things that had happened from what I'm seeing, and there was certain messages on Facebook, and there were certain things that I was sent that I was able to look at and see for myself, and that's where I kind of got that. But that's why whenever I said that, that way I'm glad that you said that. So then that way, once this is done, this will be the last time we have to talk about it, because at the end of the day, we already know he's not coming back. We're not gonna have to worry about any kind of drama coming back or anything that we have to worry about being on our toes to make sure that we have to worry about watching him or watching this or watching that. We're just gonna continue where we're at, and I just want to keep everything as a big happy family that we are. Again, we're trying to bring in everybody that's been coming in. We have Slap, we have Cuts. I don't know what happened to Monis. I haven't seen him in a minute. But all the new members, we have Freighter that came in just recently. They're all coming in, and I want them to see what kind of the way that they're supposed to treat each other. So I want everybody just to treat each other the way that we're supposed to. We have a problem, let's take it to a one-on-one. And if you guys need me or one of the commissioners, or you guys prefer me to be there to moderate, go ahead and bring me in. And if it's in the middle of the day, it's going to be a little bit harder because I'm at work. But I'm available to the crew. I have dedicated so much time to this crew, and I'm hoping this pays off for the crew itself. Not for myself, but I hope it pays off for everybody when GTA 6 comes out. If everything goes the way that I hope it's going, GTA 6 is going to be huge for our crew, and we're really going to be able to actually, who knows, we might be able to get out there and actually show our crew farther than just our family and whoever sees us on GTA. So let's see what happens, and I just want to make sure that we maintain that level of respect. So in that case, what he said, you're right. If anybody, I wouldn't judge anybody by what anybody says. You guys need to see for yourself what kind of person they are. You can't just judge anybody. I tried not to judge anybody, because who's judging me? All I try to do is try to uphold the most respect. That's why when there's something like my commissioner that I appreciate, Roger, he knows how the rules are. He's been with me for a long time. So like yesterday when there was some killing going on, he came up and he said something. And he said it because he's kind of like, that's his job. And I'm glad that he said something, because it keeps me from having to say something, and it keeps me from putting out that personality. People mistake kindness with weakness, and I try to be kind, and I try to be as I try to listen to everybody. I do everything that I can to make sure everybody's happy, and I try to make sure that whatever is best for the crew is what I do. So whenever I saw that unofficial vote come through, and everybody said that, that instantly put me in a position where I was like, okay, he can't come back. Unfortunately, I'm not even going to hold it. What are we going to waste our time and do that anymore? So that's why I wanted to bring it up here. We leave that alone. If anybody has any problems with anybody, or anybody feels some type of way, just bring them one-on-one and just talk to them, and just, you know, or you'll see them when they're online. We have a few members that we still have issues, that not have issues. We have some kind of little bit of a spark that we had to put out, and we're still working on it. Unfortunately, Lynn's not feeling well. If you guys don't see Lynn online, Lynn's got a really bad tooth issue right now, and his mouth is hurting, and I feel for him because that's the worst thing in the world. So if you guys see him or he's not talking or something like that, just out of respect, just freaking, hey man, I hope you're feeling better, because he is not feeling good. But once I get a chance, and we have some stuff that we have to vote on for the MC side. But at the end of the day, that's all stuff that I'm trying to do. The more active that I can keep us with meetings, practices, spending time together, the closer we're bringing together one another. And that way we're getting closer and understanding each other a little bit better. What some people get pissed off at, try not to hit those buttons. Same thing with the other side. If you guys know, just, we gotta mediate, we gotta moderate here and there. We can't try to take everything for ourselves. Just like nobody should take anything. We have to try to, how are we going to even this out? How can we make this right? And treat each other like a family. Because at the end of the day, when we all look at it, no matter how many disagreements or whatever we've had, when we're in the middle of war, what are we all doing? We're all backing each other up, and we're all watching out for one another. And when we see somebody, even if we don't like them or we have a problem with them or whatever, we go over there and we help them out. Because again, that's what we're training for. To make sure we keep that unity together. So if you had anything else, Dirty, go ahead. All right. All right, appreciate that, Dirty. Anybody else? Anybody else has anything to say either to Dirty or anything else they want to add? Questions, comments, concerns? All right. So with that said, remember the next meeting, May 4th, 1 p.m. Okay. The other thing, does anybody have any GTA 6 news? I have nothing. I don't know if anybody has anything that they verified or anything that they heard.
Nah, there ain't nothing yet though. I've been paying attention to that. They be been postponed though. That's the last thing I heard.
Motherfucker, bro. See, that's
Yeah, they keep playing. Rockstar keep playing with people with that stuff. My bad, guy. If you hear
yeah.
Brian present, it's because I'm over here working on my Tesla.
No, you're good.
You
Yeah,
can hear
no.
about all you haters.
The thing about it is that what I heard, I know I did this last week. Take Two Interactive had a meeting, I guess, an interview, and they didn't really give any information on that interview. So whatever it was that people were waiting for, they didn't give anything. They didn't give any hints. They didn't give anything, and that was directly from pretty much Take Two, which is Rockstar. Um, but other than that, yeah, yeah. Well, other than that, I no, for sure. They're just building anticipation. And the other thing is that now, because of that anticipation, I did hear one report that I verified with another one that was also talking about it was that the prices might be going up on the game. We're talking about almost up to $300 for that collector's edition if it goes through the way that they're talking about. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with that, but that was something else that I heard, and I don't know, only because of the anticipation and how much money they've already put out. Apparently, they had $3 billion budget, and they're expecting to make their $1 billion back within the first, like, just in pre-sales. That doesn't include when the game comes out and everybody else is going to get it. So I don't that again, those are confirmed by 1.5, I guess I can say, because those are the report places that I go through that are like these gaming bloggers that are going through there and they get information. They were pretty accurate. They were pretty accurate with some of the maps that I've seen. So they were one of the first ones that I've seen it from. So I don't know if the map is accurate, period, because I've already seen like 3 or 4 different versions of the map. So, but other than that, I don't know.
But hell, I wish I knew how to murder. I have
Yeah.
more shit. I wouldn't
Question
mind
thing
playing the
is,
Soul Inferno.
I might end up showing some people about my little glitch with the orbital cannon, though. If anybody,
The one with the RC Bandito.
what was that again? No, no, this is my method with the RC Bandito, though. Yeah, like the only thing is, like when you do it right, the only thing is you're gonna be like you're gonna spawn inside the facility at the end.
All right, so I guess
All right.
the meetings, that concludes the mission, the meeting. We don't have anything else. Anybody has any questions or anything, we can reach out to me after we're done, and we're good. Miss Cuita's over there on PS4 getting drunk, and I'm over here. I just got into your. Oh fuck! Hold on, let me come back in. Took off accidentally. I was gonna work.
Yo,
Hey, just run through.
whoever in the second day, well, I think it was Red Bull and Rogers. My character still in there. My other character.
Fuck.
I don't know.
I
Or maybe
think so.
I think.
The one that said MC Taino.
Yes, it's in here.
Oh
It's
yeah.
All right.
in a house at the fucking Western San
Yeah, because
Andreas.
I'm working on that account though because that account might disappear though. I'm selling it to somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Bogdan. If you owe me money though, so already got my setup. I'm done with the KO.
Oh shit. What the fuck?
All right, I'm gonna turn off the live stream.
Yeah, getting later though. But I